He said that he 5 people.
And given the man's bizarre statements, they aren't sure what to believe.
I'm serious. I'm not crazy.
What you mean, dude? So when somebody commits a crime and they lie and say they didn't do it, y'all quick to arrest them, y'all quick to take them in for interrogation. But then when somebody tells y'all the truth, like, I really did it, I just smoked my whole family. Oh, he's just joking. He's just, you trying to fool us, right? You joking.
I got a call from 2 cousins. My son murdered them all. He was locked up for 20 years.
I'm serious. I'm not crazy.
Not a
You could go to
not
the
surprised.
and verify this, but I want you to handcuff me first.
All right, let me pull up really quick.
Oh, he telling on himself. He said, yeah, nigga, that was me. Them calls you got, they was just they were just talking about me. Go ahead and take me to jail. Okay. He made your job easy.
When an unassuming man waves down Cleveland police on the evening of January 13th, 2023, the officers have no idea what to expect, given the man's peculiar intensity and his unusual request.
He approached our vehicle and said that he just did something bad. He said he killed 5 people. He said that he killed 5 people.
Only a few minutes before police encounter the man, a Chicago woman named Lourdes Martinez contacts 911 to tell Cleveland dispatchers that she'd received a disturbing call.
I got a phone call from my ex-boyfriend that he just killed his whole family, and his mother's on his way there to the house. And the one he said he killed was his sister, brother-in-law, 2 kids, and his sister's father. When the first time he called, he was crying and told me that he loved me, that he's always going to love me, he's never going to see me again, and he was very highly upset and then hung up.
Given the...
You know what I don't get? Why when crazy people do something like that, like they go smoke 5, 6, 7, 8, their whole family, whoever, you know what I mean? Why do they tell on themselves right after? Now look, my nigga, you're already crazy enough to do that. You might as well just try to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe see, just to test the waters, see if you really, you know what I mean, that bored or where you could just do that and then still duck from the cops and never let them find out. Y'all niggas just go give yourselves away. Like, what you... That's only for people that like prison, I feel like, do that.
The sensational nature of her ex-boyfriend's claim, it's perhaps natural that the dispatcher reacts with doubt when the dispatcher presses for more information. The caller reveals details that not only put the man's claims in context, but also herald possible danger for anyone, including...
Because I don't get it, bro. If I do a crime, you have to catch me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care how bad the crime, you gonna have to catch me, man. I'm never turning myself in. Never.
Police.
Does he have any mental or physical disabilities? No, he's bipolar, but he did tell me that he has a gun and he still has 2 bullets in it.
2 bullets left. Was he trying to scare her into thinking he was planning further violence? Is he making a veiled illusion of potentially taking his own life? These are the questions that police department officials must consider as they attempt to figure out what's transpiring. Later in the call, the woman provides the dispatcher with additional background on her ex-boyfriend, along with blood-curdling details about their conversation.
He's been in prison before. He's been there total 21 years of break, but it was never for murder. It's always been drug charges.
So he called upset and crying?
Yeah, the first time he did. The second time when we talked on FaceTime, he seemed more calm, but he just kept saying over and over because I did it.
So when he called back, he seemed calm?
Yeah, but he kept saying, I killed them all.
What's your ex-boyfriend's name?
His name is Martin, M-A-R-T-I-N, Muniz, M-U-N-I-Z.
At nearly the exact same time that Martin Muniz's ex-girlfriend is talking to police, Cleveland dispatchers are fielding another 911 call from Janelle Gabriel, a member of Muniz's extended family.
My aunt just called me and told me her son just killed everybody in the house.
Fire.
She just called me. She's crying. And so I just decided to call to say, I don't know.
And who killed everybody in the house?
His name is Martin. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but this is what I'm being told. And she's on her way over there. And I don't want there to be an issue.
So your aunt is on the way to address that everybody got killed at. How would she know that?
Yeah. I do not know that.
What's her name?
I guess she knows.
Carmel.
Spell it.
C-A-R-M-E-L.
Does she drink or do drugs?
She drinks, but I don't know if she's drinking.
The man's mother is hurrying to the scene of a grisly homicide that, if found to be true, would be national news. As police are informed about the 911 calls, they also hear from another unit, which confirms that they've come into contact with a man fitting the description callers have just given to officials.
Come back and let us know if you picked your son up.
I'm not here with
Left.
coveralls, black shoes, red echo. Yes, at the moment we're about to put him in our back seat, head over and back.
The officer on the radio is describing his encounter with the man of the hour, Martin Muniz. Oddly enough, it was Muniz himself who flagged officers down, roughly a mile north of his home address on Mack Court. If it seems strange that Muniz would be so far from his home, it does coincide with what his ex-girlfriend told police dispatchers. She confirmed that on her second conversation with Muniz, he was FaceTiming her while out on a walk. Again, the question surfaces, is the suspect having a lark for his own deranged amusement, or are his confessions real? When he speaks to the officers, they don't yet know about the 911 calls, and given the man's bizarre statements, they aren't sure what to believe.
I'm serious. I'm not crazy.
What you mean, dude? It's telling you. What do you mean you don't know what to believe, bro? Because you can either sit there and try to be like, yeah, nah, he might be joking. He might be playing. But he's dead serious. And then he end up doing some crazy shit like smoking y'all or something. Or your best possible choice, just believe him. And if you find out he's joking later, okay, you could just let him go. He was joking. You know what I'm saying? You might want to smack the shit out of him for just wasting your time or something. But at least he was joking. You can let him go. But you have to take precaution, my nigga. You can't just, no, you can't take that as a joke, bro.
And you could go to the address and verify the address is... But I want you to handcuff me first.
All right, let me pull up really quick.
Right. So when somebody commits a crime and they lie and say they didn't do it, y'all quick to arrest them. Y'all quick to take them in for interrogation. Y'all quick to be on their ass, tackle them, like, you know what I'm saying? But then when somebody tells y'all the truth, like, I really did it, I just smoked my whole family. Oh, he's just joking. He's just, you trying to fool us, right? You joking. No. Like, it's like the boy who cried werewolf.
What the hell, dude? Hold on, I got us. Get out, Cox.
And you taking your time, too.
240 radio.
You better hurry up before that bipolar shit kick in. You mean?
Put us out at 44 and Clark with a male. He approached our vehicle and said that he just did something bad, and he's going to give us an address on Mack Court as to what he did and where it's at. He said that he killed 5 people.
The officers have been thrust into a situation they know very little about, and given Muniz's confession and the uncertainty of the scenario, it's no surprise that he's been handcuffed.
Yes.
At the same time, the demeanor of the officers betrays their suspicion that this story isn't true.
Just at least act like it's true.
I'm curious, does that male have any blood or any indication on him of this occurring?
Yeah, right.
None that I've seen.
At last, the responding officers arrive at the address on Mack Court.
Hi, my daughter lives here. I got a call from 2 cousins, my son. Murdered them all. I don't know. I just got here, and I don't trust him, so I was afraid to knock on the door. I was waiting for you guys.
Son's not here, I don't believe.
How calm she said that shit, I already know she know her son crazy as hell. She expected cuz to do some shit like this. She knew this day was going to come. She said, my son killed them all. It wasn't crying. It wasn't, oh my, I can't believe he doing this. How could Steven do this? I can't. Nah, she knew he was, she know her son better than anybody, bro.
Yeah. Do you know who, the cousin? Does he have mental disorders? What's up?
Who?
The guy that called.
My son, yes. Yeah. He was locked up for 20 years. Yes, he's got mental
What was he
issues.
locked up for?
All kinds of violations.
Like violence
yes,
against people?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well, just hang tight for us.
No surprise.
But, you know, my daughter's car's at home. My God, my whole inside was
She knew that day was coming. She probably happy. She in her head like, finally, this nigga get away from my life. He might have smoked her if he was still out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Steven Adams tripping.
Yeah. 925 radio. The front door is open. It's just unlocked. It's not all the way open.
Copy.
Go in there.
walk in first and call my grandkids?
No, man, no.
What she say?
You want me to walk in first and call my grandkids?
No, man, no.
Nah.
Hey, Sarge,
My
given
daughter, she got
permission to go inside his...
husband.
Have you tried to call her?
I called all of them. No one's answering. Her car's not here.
Supposed to be upstairs though.
Dang.
Hey, we don't need permission.
Hello?
What did sister do though?
Hey, we don't need permission.
Route to the location. I wasn't notified of anyone being inside.
You feel me?
Cleveland police!
You're not enough to go see
I don't know. I was just waiting for it. I found time. I had to have the cops come, so I don't know. They're going in and out.
Woo!
Cleveland police!
What you see?
Somebody's on the bed. Oh, yo, it's real. Get EMS rolling.
Oh, it's real. It's real now. It's real now. Yeah, it was real when he was telling your ass. That's when it was real. That's when it first started, my nigga. You should have been believed him. Like what person really just goes up to a cop and say, yeah, I just smoked 5 people. Unless they want to be arrested, like, what are you telling a cop that for? You get what I'm saying?
You got one female on the ground.
While this is the end of the body cam footage publicly released by the Cleveland Police Department, we know from subsequent reports that the scene was one of unimaginable brutality.
Yeah.
As the officer himself says in the tape, it's real. The 911 callers and their shocking claims. Muniz's confession to police that he had done something bad. All of it was real. Officers found the bodies of 34-year-old Angela Gonzalez, Muniz's sister, 69-year-old Miguel Gonzalez, her father, and 16-year-old Jaden Baez, her son. Officers also found Muniz's brother-in-law, Anthony Booth, who would succumb to his injuries in the hospital the very next day. Booth's 8-year-old daughter was also a victim of this senseless rampage.
She 8 years old, bro. She didn't get to live her life. I know my nigga Jaden, he was a virgin, bro. He ain't never even felt no pussy before. You could at least let him get some cheeks before you smoked him. Damn, you know what I mean? Took him on a 2-man or something. Like, all right, bro, here, go ahead experience this joint before I send you up to heaven. Some shit, bro. You feel me? Damn, RIP to all these people. Even my baby Angelica, you know what I mean? She wasn't even that bad. She was a MILF too. You feel me? But some people just be crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Police found her with a gunshot wound to the neck. Miraculously, she turned out to be the lone survivor of the calculated mayhem that
she
tore the
survived!
Cleveland family apart. And what is to become of the man allegedly responsible for this heinous crime? Has he shown any signs of remorse? Judge for yourself. At his arraignment on January 24th, Muniz listened as a victim's advocate informed the judge that the surviving members of his family would not be present in court and that they never want to see him again. Hearing this news, Muniz's only response was a cold-hearted laugh. But
I want to go to his court. I want to go to his trial. He got to see me. You got to rumble me, my nigga. I'm jumping over the stand, whatever. I don't care. Security, they gonna have to tackle me, bro. Because you got to catch these hands, bro. I got to do something. I got to put my fist to your jaw one last time before you go in the cell and I never see you again. I got to break your shit, bro. You know what I mean? You gonna be going in there with your jaw wire shut, bro.
It may be the justice system that laughs last. According to Cleveland's WKYC Channel 3 News, Muniz made a Facebook post only days before the murders, replying to a friend who asked, "What's good, bro?" Muniz's response provides ominous evidence of premeditation. Nothing. The end is near. Bless you, my friend. And
What the fuck? See, people like this, like, if it's a crazy person, like, if you know somebody is crazy, bro, I get, because, like, he smoked his sister and the family and all that. I get that might be your family member. I get that might be your childhood friend that you knew since 3rd grade. But when you realize that motherfuckers are crazy, you have to distance yourself, bro. No matter how much you love them, care about them, love them from a distance. You could even call to check up on them like, yo, bro, you okay sometimes? But being near the person, hell nah. If I know you got a criminal record, you just did 20 years for violence or did some crazy shit, whatever you did, you bipolar, you dance, you spaz out, man, I'm not being around you, bro. I don't care how long I knew you for. We done. Because I'm not putting my life in danger.
Just when you thought this sordid tale couldn't get any worse, there was a final stunning turn of events in May of 2023. That was when the incarcerated Muniz admitted to fatally shooting 45-year-old Jamie Molina in North Camden, New Jersey, on the afternoon of October 30th, 2013, 10 years before the slaughter in Cleveland. A jury will have the final say on what happens to Muniz, but there could...
So he was good at getting away. So that's why I said, if he didn't admit himself, he probably could have got away, just like he got away with that one. He already smoked somebody 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, bro. You're a crazy boy, bro. Just give him the electric chair, bro. No, what we keeping him in jail for? If you would even let him out, I don't care if he's 80 years old. If you give him parole, he might go smoke somebody else, bro. You can't trust cuz like this. Just give him an electric chair.
Can be no doubt that Cuyahoga County prosecutors are ruthlessly serious about taking the alleged killer out of society for good. On March 3rd of 2023, Muniz's 25 charges were re-indicted with a designation of capital punishment, meaning that Muniz could be sentenced to death if convicted of the murders. Muniz has pleaded not guilty to all charges. At this time, his trial has been set for April of 2024.
Bro? What? Are we serious right now, Muniz? You gotta run with me, cuz. Not because of what you did, not because of the murders, but now you trying to act dumb, bro. You gotta run with me, cuz. Cause what you mean you not guilty? Bro, I hate people. Oh my God, I hate people like this, bro. Like, you just admitted. We just walked in and seen the bodies on the floor. Then you plead guilty to smoking somebody in 2013. And then you say, you know what? I ain't do that shit. Bro, electric chair, bro. I got no rap for him. Electric chair his ass. Damn.